What does honor mean to you? What does freedom mean to you? These questions will remain the same in each interview, but the power lies within these amazing answers. I'm Tony Reese, and it is with great honor I introduce to you the next installment of My Life Lessons Showcasing Veterans. Welcome to My Life Lessons Showcasing Veterans. Please introduce yourself and tell us how long you were of service and where you served.
My name's Melissa Rosa. I served in the United States Marine Corps for just over 4 years. I was in from 1986 to 1990 and then a short stint for Operation Desert Storm.
Okay. Who was your inspiration during your time of service and why were they so inspiring to you?
My inspiration was my senior drill instructor from Parris Island, South Carolina. When I went to boot camp, we were the first platoon of women who were going to go through the 13 weeks of boot camp. We had to qualify with the M16A2 rifle. Before that, it was a shorter time in boot camp. They focused more on putting on makeup and how to sit down, and they just changed it to be more equal with the men. And she came in, she was strong, she was tough and disciplined, and just embodied everything that I wanted to be.
Did she help you with that transition? I can imagine that was daunting at the time to be one of the first platoons of women.
Yes.
How did she help?
She just helped by telling us that, we could stand on our own 2 feet. We didn't need a man to carry our sea bag or to help us do things. So, we could do those things as women in the Marine Corps. And really it just wasn't about being male or female, but she was that discipline and that just having that confidence and finding your voice and being strong. She just really encouraged us to do that. So I just remember her and the things that she said, and she just really made an impression on me, and I always wanted to make her proud of me.
What was the greatest life lesson that you learned during your time of service?
Well, when I was back in the late 80s, a lot of the men didn't want us there. There were a lot of times that I heard women don't belong in my Marine Corps, and they looked down on us. But I learned that if you worked hard and you never quit, you could earn their respect, and also, just you could do whatever you set your mind to.
Mm-hmm. How did you apply that after service?
When I first went in the Marine Corps, I had just graduated from high school, and I didn't have any direction. I didn't want to go to college. I was actually very shy, very quiet. So the Marine Corps helped me find discipline, direction. I went on to college, and I eventually went on to law school and became a lawyer. And I think that life lesson of, setting your mind to something and never quitting and working hard really helped me attain that goal.
You speak of equality too, that
Yes.
At that time men were unsure of women being there. What did it take as far as confidence, stamina, and so forth for you to get through that? And then also, did you apply that same skill set when you were becoming a lawyer?
Yes. I grew up on a farm, and my dad had 3 daughters. He didn't have any sons. So this gender equality and inequality at that time, he didn't treat me any differently because I was a girl. But when I got into the Marine Corps, it was kind of confusing because I was like, what do you mean you don't think I can do the same thing you do? I run next to you, I hike next to you, do all these things. So it was really, that was tough, but I learned to stand up for myself, find my voice, and, that was important. Mm-hmm. I forget the rest of your question.
No,
I'm sorry.
How did that apply then did you also have to apply those skills when you were becoming a lawyer?
Yes. Yeah, same
Mm-hmm.
thing. While it was becoming more equal in the law at the time, that there were about half as many women as men in law school, it was still tough. And I had to really work hard in order to graduate from law school. And I didn't come from a family of lawyers or anything. It was all new, and I just kept plugging away.
Have you found yourself helping other women go through those same types of issues?
You know, when I was in the Marine Corps, if a recruiter was looking at a woman who wanted to go into boot camp or Marine Corps and wasn't sure, they would have me talk to her. And and I would be honest with those women that, you know, it wasn't going to be easy, but if you really wanted this, if you really wanted to do it, you could do it. At this time, you know, so I would do that back then to talk to other women who were thinking about it but weren't sure if they could do it.
Mm-hmm.
So
you did pay it forward, didn't you? The lessons that you learned.
I tried, yes.
What would you say the greatest impact of service and the experience that you went through? What was the biggest impact on your life, do you believe?
I'm not really sure.
How did the service and being in service at that time and all of the experiences that you went through, you spoke to confidence and determination in putting your mind to something and getting it done. But if you were to fundamentally say how that experience shaped you or how that experience impacted your life, if there are other women that are watching this or other veterans who are watching this or people who are thinking of getting into the military, what would you tell them? How did it impact your life as a whole?
It just made me a better person. You know, when I was in high school, I mean, the joke was I wouldn't even ask for a bottle of ketchup in a restaurant. I was that shy and that insecure. And, you know, I took this challenge and it just made me become a better person, a stronger person, more disciplined. So.
But I'm also hearing brave. That's what I'm hearing, that if you wouldn't have asked for a bottle of ketchup back in high school, and it took such determination and courage to be able to do what you did, I don't think, that's what I'm hearing from you, that it took such courage.
Right. It's been 30 years since I went to boot camp, and it's been the last couple of months I've been reflecting a lot and looking at pictures, and I see this girl and I go, who is this girl who had the guts and the determination to do it? And you know, I was thinking also about, my husband teases me that I never take the easy road or the easy way out. Or, you know, the poem about the two roads, and I took the one less traveled, and it did make a difference in my life.
What does honor mean to you?
Honor means integrity and doing the right thing and being fair and honest, being able to look at yourself in the mirror and know that you've done your best. And I also think to honor is to give respect, which I think, well, not I think, I know that our veterans deserve.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What does freedom mean to you?
I think that's really a difficult question because that one word has so many different levels. And when I think of freedom, I think of sacrifice, and that the saying that freedom isn't free. But so many people have given their lives for the freedoms that we have in this country, the rights that we have, and that's what I think of when I think of freedom.
Our rights.
Rights, and the people have sacrificed their lives for those rights.
Mm-hmm. And do you carry that forward today? Do you think about that?
I do. When I was practicing law, it wasn't the most popular job, but I was in public service. I worked in the public defender's office. So I dealt with people's rights on a daily basis. People who weren't educated necessarily, people who didn't understand certain things, and just making sure that, you know, we were protecting the rights under the Constitution. It was something that meant a lot to me, and it still does today.
Thank you so much for the work that you do, and thank you so much for serving. And this is such an important project, and thank you for showing up for it.
Well, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.